3, 2, 1. Trying to reconnect.
He just on the right one.
Yeah, it's right by the barn. It shows up very well. We're not that far from it, but
Okay.
so up in the attic it doesn't reconnect, but down here near the router, it does reconnect. It has to reconnect, but hopefully we'll be okay. And I guess we'll see. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we don't try and reconnect anymore.
And we're supposed to have bad winds.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, we're in our 2-minute warm-up. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Oh, I got to log on Marilyn. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. We decided to do a project outside. Marilyn came up with a great idea. Hi, Krista. Good to see you.
Something I did years ago.
Something she did years ago.
I had
Actually, we talked about it last week.
Yeah. I had all the supplies a couple years ago and just never got around to doing it. I made them for the store and we sold them, and I think we still have 1 or 2 ourselves.
Thanks, Krista.
But we thought, oh, we need these.
Hi, Giselle. Good to see you.
Don't tell them what it is yet.
No. It's and it's already 4 o'clock, so I don't. There's the reconnect again. Hi, Carol. Good to see you.
We're right here.
We're right here. Shouldn't do it, but it just did. So, sorry, guys. But it's the weather has gotten. It's
They
been.
know we are.
All right, guys. Don't go away. I'm coming right back. All right. So hopefully that took care of that.
It's still spinning.
Well, here, go out and come in.
No, it stopped now.
Stop.
We lost
Giselle says she can't hear you, Marilyn. I know. Well, I was going to tell you. Oh, so I'm getting all confused. Anyway, we wanted to do this project today, and again, Marilyn was telling you she'd done it had done it about 10 years ago, and yeah, it's an off and on day. That's correct, Candy. Anyway,
Hi, Jen.
we thought we'd try it again, and we had talked about it last week, and we were able to procure the supplies from a very kind and thoughtful person that procured them for us. And anyway, so we planned on it today, and the weather was nice. It's a little warmer and getting a tad humid, but the wind's kicking up. We didn't count on any wind, but here we go with the wind.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a wind, strong wind off the river.
So
and
right
in the wind tunnel.
The river's that way, so
hopefully we'll be okay.
my left, your right, I guess. But anyway, yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. So anyway, hey, welcome to Stand Tall. We're already past the 2-minute warm-up, and again, Krista, thanks again for inviting us along. We always appreciate it, and it's always an honor and privilege to be here. Hopefully we'll be okay. So we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. And it's Marilyn and John, done by me, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall on the Delaware, outside. And thanks for joining us, and thanks for supporting Stand Tall.
Say hi to the people.
Stand Tall. I already blew by a bunch. Cal Ruth is there. Good to see you. Donna's there. Good to see you. Tina's there. Good to see you. She's on after us, so stay tuned for her. I know Candy was there. Glenda was there. Here's Studio J. That's Jennifer, right?
Yep, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. So it's good to see everybody, and thanks for supporting the page, and thanks for supporting us. And
if you're not following us, we'd love for you to follow.
Follow us
Facebook,
and follow the Stand Tall group.
And follow the Stand Tall group. Facebook took over 100 people from us, so we don't know why or who, but that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. So, and thanks for the hearts. So, all right. So I guess we'll see what's going on. So anyway, like I said, we have this project Marilyn had done years ago, and
Hi, Marianne.
hi, Marianne. Yeah, no worries, Marianne. So if you can't hear us, tell us
Hi,
because
Sandy.
it's windy here, and I know with the wind sometimes it interferes with
The sound.
the sound, the audio. So anyway, like I was saying, Marilyn had done this
Hi, Ada.
more than 10 years ago, I think. And anyway, we selected it because we have some friends around
Thank you, Denise.
the property that that like to nibble on things that we put out.
They're
So
the Midnight Gardeners.
the Midnight Gardeners.
We have Midnight Gardeners. When we're sleeping, they're out pruning all our flowers and the hibiscus. They enjoy trimming them down for us.
Yeah, we didn't think they would like it, but they did.
They
we
didn't
had
read
a,
they didn't go on the internet and read the same information.
Yeah, what's that tree over here?
What tree?
That little one we planted.
Red maple.
The red maple, they weren't supposed to like that, but they've already chewed that up, so I don't know. Anyway, so to help us decorate for Halloween and not lose our decorations, we procured some plastic pumpkins. And the project for today is to make some cement pumpkins.
Yeah, I made them like 10 years ago, and I would sell them at the craft shows and all, but they're so heavy. And I was younger and I could handle it. But we'll show you some tricks today that we thought of. We were lucky somebody picked those pumpkins up for us. We couldn't find them online, and I think they came from Walmart.
I believe so. So anyway, we have, we'll try to do 10, and we'll see how it goes. Basically, we got to have to mix some cement and mortar. I'm going to cut these handles off because we don't want those, and we'll fill them up, and then we have a little trick to show you later.
So I'm sorry, there will be pumpkins sacrificed in this event, and don't say the name of what that is in your hand because
No, I know.
okay, we're
Yeah, no, I'm not. So I'm just going to get these handles off.
yeah, Denise, it's horrible between the deer and the groundhog, and it's very challenging. And the vegetable garden has a 6-foot chain link fence, which is great. It keeps the things out, and it's too small of an area that they'll jump in. They can scale a 6-foot fence. They scaled that stockade fence behind us. When we first put that up, they jumped over that. They weren't used to a fence being there. They jumped over it and broke some of the fence, and they made a big mess. But we know they can get over 6 feet. But in the small area, they won't jump in because they're fearful they won't be able to get out. But we can't grow everything in that garden.
So I'll just be in and
right here.
I'll be in and out of the screen a bit.
Oh, Penny says she likes the
I
way
guess
we
it's because
say
of the.
water.
I guess it's because of the.
Sorry,
'cause
Jen,
of the
I'm
wind
right
there.
Here. Do you have the sound turned up on?
Yeah, I
your
do.
phone?
But here, I'll move the chair closer yet.
Okay,
Hold on, guys.
I'm right here. But I think it's just we're in like a
See if that helps better.
okay. We're in like a area where it becomes a wind tunnel when it gets really windy. Be careful you don't
Yeah, I know.
touch me.
Don't take a finger.
I'm always the one that gets injured in John's
Shenanigans.
project. Yeah, and his shenanigans. Oh. Now I lost the there it is. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Usually I have a pretty good voice. I'm used to teaching in a classroom That's what I did for 20-some years. I taught food nutrition, and the kids would be up hustling around, 20-some kids, and talking and working on their project. And I have a pretty good projectile voice. And then I also did the after-school program, and I could have up to 100 kids in a big room, and little kids, elementary school age. Oh, okay, Candy says better now. Good. I'd have close
Only
to
moved
100
like a half
little-
a foot.
What?
I only moved a half a foot.
But you try to keep control of the kids, and you don't want to be screaming at the top of your lungs. But and then also I did after-school detention, which is a discipline thing, and I did Saturday school, and everybody laughed because if we went to the store and I saw a child misbehaving and the mother couldn't control him, I would just give him one of my looks, one of my Saturday school or detention looks, and the child would quickly calm down and run and hover to the mother and hold her hand. I didn't even have to say anything, I just had to give a look. And I guess, I don't know why I'm not seeing.
What's the matter?
Oh, I didn't have the comments, now I do. I don't see who said it. Somebody said they loved how we outsmart the critters.
Oh, that was Candy. I saw
Oh.
that.
But,
It's okay. We have 10 pumpkins, guys.
but just if you ever have to yell in a classroom, you've lost control and you might as well just call it a day. But as a teacher, a lot of times you need to just give a kid a look and they know. And even kids that don't know you in the store, if you give a look, they know they're out of control, and giving them the look, they get in control. But have you guys, when you raised your kids, did you have that look that the kids knew they better calm down or it won't be good? If mom's not happy, nobody's happy. And if you yell, you've lost control and it's a problem. But if you give that stern look, and unfortunately I have to use that look many times on John. Right, John? Yeah, Arlene
That's
said
correct.
we're making cement pumpkins. So hopefully, oh boy, the wind's kicking up.
Hopefully it doesn't blow the stand over.
Yeah. Candy said her kids and grandkids still know that look. And Jen said her kids know the snap. Yeah, if you have to yell, raise your voice or anything, you've now lost. The kids have won. Kind of funny.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Woo! Krista just laughs. But everybody knows with kids they can really be wearing, and you have to outsmart them. But John's opening the bag now, and the wind is starting to pick up, and you can see the dust is blowing around. And it looks like the Wizard of Oz. There are animals blowing by. I don't know why the comments keep disappearing. Denise said,
I think
is
you have to
that a
keep
whip
up-
snapping?
Kept tapping the phone.
What? Yeah, I
think
do.
you have to keep tapping the phone.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, Candy says the same thing. When you're in the store and some kids are out of control, you can just give them that look. Some parents just, I don't know, I guess they want to be their friend. That'll break up, John.
I don't know, Mara. It's
Okay.
really hard.
Okay. But some people want to be the kids' friends and they really get out of control. And my thought is you're not doing them a favor letting them rule the roost. And most of the time, like when we had the grandkids, we never really had to discipline them. They were just good. I don't know why, they were just good kids.
I guess it will.
Krista said she knew. Whoop. This is really annoying. Krista,
Oh,
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
This is
Chris-
what we.
she knew when
what?
she was in trouble when her mother called her by her government name, first and middle name. That's the mortar mix that we got.
Maybe it won't break up there. It just seems so hard.
Yeah. It probably was damp where it was stored
Maybe.
or old.
Maybe.
And it's been so humid, it would pick up humidity. And I'm sorry if I'm missing comments, guys. This Facebook's trying to challenge me today. And I have nobody that I can see that I can give a school teacher look and make them behave themselves. So they all want to know what Krista's middle name is. What is your middle name, Krista? I like if you have several kids and the people just start calling out kids' names, including the dog's name. My mother would do that sometimes. Oh, Krista Ann. K-A-B. Yeah, a lot of challenges today. Oh, Michelle said there were 9 kids in her family, and her mother would go through all the names before she would get it right.
So it says we need about 5 quarts.
And what was I just going to say? Can you picture in our house when my family lived here, they had 13 kids. And controlling them living along the river here and all the perils with all these kids and keeping them under control. My grandmother came from a big family. I think there were 9. I'm trying to remember. I think there were 9 kids. And their mother traveled a lot. She would take a train first class and visit relatives and leave the kids home. And they were out of control. And they all quit school at a young age. My grandmother was one of the youngest. And she quit school, I think, in 5th grade. Cheryl said she calls her grandchildren by her children's names. Yeah, it really gets confusing as you get older. There's too many people, too many names, and not too much space left in the brain.
And when you're mad, emotionally charged, you can't always say what's coming out.
So what's coming out of that bottle, John?
Water. Water.
But this, you want to make the mortar mix a little bit on the runny side. Denise said her parents never used objects on us, just the hand. Oh man, my dad would say you're dancing to the tune of his belt, and he meant that. And he also said you'd be wearing your teeth on a necklace, and we knew that wasn't a figure of speech. He was a WW2 guy and got a Purple Heart and at a very young age, and he had zero tolerance for anything not going right.
So we'll start with that and see how we're doing. It's easier to add more, you can't take away.
You know, Cheryl said when you have that many children, usually the older children help with the younger children back then. Yeah, can you imagine 13 kids? And that's the story that my grandmother said. Her father was born in this house where we're living. And, Candy said once she called her son by her daughter's name. And her son didn't like it, and he got the look. But, my grandmother said with all the kids running around, and there was a point where they didn't send them to school here. And, oh yes, Jen said, her ex would say, you want to take a trip, and a trip was to the bathroom. I just remember once my kids were bad on a bus trip. We went on some sightseeing tour, and it was all older people and my kids and me. And I didn't feel they were behaving properly on the bus with all the older people. And so everybody got off the bus, and I was in the front of the bus. I got off in the beginning, and we went to the left, and everybody's yelling, "No, what we're seeing is over to the right." And I'm like, "No, we're going to the left." And then all of a sudden I looked, and all the older people looked. Yep, we know what's happening. They didn't get spanked, and I didn't yell, but they knew that that behavior was not going to continue that day. Krista said she got the wooden spoon and the leather belt. I did when my kids were young. I even have a t-shirt about something about the wooden spoon. When my kids were young, I would pull the wooden spoon out. I never spanked anybody, but I would swing it around and smack it on the counter. And I don't know how many wooden spoons I broke from my my performance with them. But I don't think I ever smacked my kids with a wooden spoon. Since my dad was so strict, I didn't believe in violence. Once I think I spanked my daughter a little bit, and then I cried afterwards. And I'm sorry, the comments are really giving me a hard time. Denise said her dad was a softie, rarely punished us. She left it up to the mom, but we were pretty good. I know my mom spanked us, but she also would tell us, "Wait till your father gets home." And it would be ugly if she reported to him. So, hi Nora, how are you? But anyway, going back to my grandmother talking about her father in this house, there were 13 kids, and he was near the end of the 13. I think he was number 11, if I recall correctly. And when Lincoln came out to recruit my great-great-grandfather here, and how he left his hat, and the kids grabbed the hat and ran through, and you could just picture what that was like, them playing with Lincoln's hat. And I told you, the story goes that when he went to leave, he didn't have the heart to take his hat. He left it for the kids. It was probably all broken up anyway. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate it, and I hope you're feeling better. Tell Nora you hope she feels better, John. John misses social cues.
Hope you feel better, Nora.
Say it one more time with enthusiasm, John.
Hope you feel better, Nora. I'm too focused on the cement.
Yes, they said, Denise says Krista still needs the wooden spoon and the leather belt. And I would, we had my grandson one summer, the whole summer, and I told him I had a spanking machine, and don't make me plug it in. And it was kind of like an ongoing joke. And then when his siblings came to visit from Europe, they said, "We know about that spanking machine." But they're always really good. We really never had any problems with the kids. John said the worst they got was a real fly swatter. They made their mom mad that day. Sometimes all you have to do is just go to the location of the instrument and the kids behave. Did your mom spank you, John?
Yeah.
With her hand, or?
Yes.
With her hand?
Yes.
John's too focused on his project.
Trying to get the cement mix correct.
Yeah, it needs to be a lot runnier than that.
Needs a little more.
And no matter how much water, it's still going to dry, so it just is a little longer. But it's better to have it runny and be able to do what you want to do with it. Yeah, kids can be challenging sometimes, and it's hard to be the perfect parent 24/7. But grandparents, I think it's so much easier being the perfect grandparent. You had fun with the grandkids, didn't you, John?
Oh yes.
And
Pressure's off when you're the grandparent.
and you learn how things aren't worth arguing about. Like we had Legos out for the whole summer on the floor, and you know what? It was wonderful stepping on a Lego with bare feet. It didn't hurt. It was just wonderful to know that there were kids in the house and activities. And they'd be building, and then you just leave it there. And they'd come back and work on it. But the rule was one toy out at a time. Because we had the Playmobil, we have Legos, we have Tinker Toys. But whatever was out, they could leave it out the whole time as long as they wanted. But if they wanted something else, then they had to put it away. Yeah, this Facebook thing is annoying me today. But John's trying to make this nice and runny. You still are going to need a lot more water, John. It's easier just to use the hose.
We're pretty close.
Arlene said her husband let her do the discipline until she complained. Then he gave the kids the punishment that his father gave them. A week staying on their property. He really got punished. Yeah. A lot of that is you get punished with not letting the kids go to something, or you were counting on taking a day trip and they misbehaved and you took the day trip away and you're like, I really wanted to go there. Oh, I thought you had some health issue, Nora. Well, I'm glad it was only a regular appointment. It's easier just to use the hose, John. Put a lot more in there.
Mary, it is getting pretty runny.
Not as runny as I want it to be. When I was young, my father had me mix the mortar. I would have to measure out so much sand and so much cement, and he had just the top of the wheelbarrow on the ground, and then I had to mix it. And I'm 6 feet tall, and in 5th grade I was 5'11", so you know, I was just a bundle of muscle. No, actually I was like so thin and so weak. And I would be like in tears trying to mix this stuff. And he said, well, that was a quick recovery. Yeah, those prayers help, Nora. Look, it's a miracle. Nora said she has COPD. I was thinking you had a problem recently. That's challenging. I have that lung problem, and the weather's always very challenging, and it was whatever's going on. Some days I couldn't make it up to the top floor. So hey, I have a question. What did you think of? You could see my carpet. Did everybody realize that one picture was the carpet? And then we made that little video of the tablecloth. And they're not all completely finished yet, but what did you think of our tablecloths? Who wants to come and take some? That's what makes me want to think that we'll be selling some stuff, because that's just too many. And a lot of them can be used as cutters if they have spots, or some of them are shredded on the edge and all. And so I have used some of the damask tablecloths for pumpkins and things, and projects and clothes. But what do you think of the color coordination of the tablecloth? When we had our one house for sale, I had all my stuff coordinated in this like building, all my shirts and my sweaters, and everybody that came through, the guys always would say, can you come back and set up the cabinets for us, because your clothes look amazing in there. And it's not that I had them in clothes, it was just when you colorize them, they look good. And he said, oh, I have beautiful tablecloths, thanks. That's years of collecting, and I have my mom's and my grandmom's, and then since I was a young girl, I went to the church sales and all, and you could get some of the most beautiful tablecloths. Some of them had stains in them, and I used to soak them and try to get the stains out when I bought them, but some of them I just never got to more recently. But I just enjoy having them, and I'll layer 3 or 4 sometimes on a table. I don't care if they're not the right size because you can mix and match them, and I like the way that looks. I'm a non-traditional table setter, if you remember when I used to set a lot of tables before, when I had more gusto than I have now. Okay, that's good.
There's still some things in there that didn't break up though.
Okay, we'll need some work around them. So you can see the wind is coming up a little bit, and by tonight it'll be really windy. We get the really strong wind to come right up through this side yard, and it's blown down trees and everything. It's very scary, and those river birch, the branches hang down all the way to the ground. They remind you of that moss in Florida, and in the south it looks like that. But when the wind blows and the trees are so tall and all that, you really see a lot of action. And you just hope that everything will be okay. It also stirs up your allergies and...
Okay, so we have it mixed, so let's try putting some in here. So you're gonna have to put so much in and then
see,
tap.
It's punched in on the side. I punched those out if you could. I tap them on the ground, not tap the side.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, thanks, Sandy. I still have some more, and then somewhere along the line, we'll set up where we started, because it's a long process to do that PayPal thing, so we can sell online, sell some of our things, but we've got so much to do, and we still didn't finish all the opening up for summer, and now it's time to close. And that's what has happened every year. We just don't even finish opening up, and it's time to close. And a lot of things never made it out, but we just plug along the best we can, and we did start that room, and today it was really nice. John had put stuff on Marketplace, and today a man came from Lancaster, which, how far is that, hour and a half?
Yeah, it could be, depending where he goes, where he's leaving from.
Yeah, a guy came an hour and a half to buy our cash register from the store. We figured we wouldn't be having a store again and might as well sell it, and he was thrilled to get it. He said it was like the one he already had, and we had all the booklets. I always save everything. I had the booklets and all the instructions and all with it, so he was really glad to get it. And there was one last thing that we had been hoarding in the office upstairs, and now it's John's office, but that one wall is the tablecloths for the house. I always remind John, they're not my type tablecloths. If he's sitting at the table and eating too, then they're his tablecloths also. I hope you guys can hear me. And we need some comments coming in, guys. Send hearts if you can hear. And we need some comments coming in. That feeds our ego. It's like when I was teaching. When I was young, I was very shy, and we would have company, and I would hide in the closet. I was so shy, and my mother would pull me out of the closet and make me face people, and I'd hide my face in the... Now, are you going to put the cup in that? Because
yeah, don't you think?
Yeah, that's too much now, or maybe if you're going to put the cup in there. but I would hide my face and
So it's already pretty heavy.
yeah, you
So-
might need to take a hair out to get the cup in. They can't see where you are now, so if you want to go behind the wheelbarrow, or you can go on the ground, just,
Can they see?
yeah.
I'll take a hair out.
Maybe move the wheelbarrow back a little bit now so you can. But I was so shy, and it was a problem when I went to school. It was a problem, and somewhere along the line, I learned to be. They can't see it from there, John. See right there? If you put it right there, they'll
I'm
be
gonna
able
move
to
it
see.
back.
Okay. And then go back like 2 feet. I think. Let me see. But
Wait for the delay.
sometime I lost some of my shyness,
Can they
but-
see it?
but I haven't gotten to it yet, John. But sometimes that's good. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes I go into that shy mode, which I'm sure it's hard for you to believe. But a couple times at school when I had to talk to all the parents and everything, it was a problem. And my thought was, what I'd always say is, I'm used to being a classroom teacher. I'm not used to having people listen to what I say. Oh, Candy said she needed to wash her hands to make comments. So what are you doing today? What's everybody doing?
Actually, could put a little more in there.
Oh, okay. The cup's going to go down a little more, isn't it, or no?
Oh, it's flush.
Okay. But what John's doing is putting a cup in there, and so that we didn't have any of the bigger cups. We don't have like paper plates and disposable cups here. I just have never gotten into them, and so those were the only cups that we had. And somebody brought cups for something, and we still had them. So, but that will reduce a small amount of the weight. And also it will make a place that we can put a candle in it if we want. Now it won't show through the eyes or the mouth or anything, but I don't know why, John, the comments aren't coming through and it's so annoying.
I know, you have to keep tapping.
Yeah.
So anyway, you put the cup in there, like Marilyn said, it'll displace some of the cement. And then we'll be able to cut it out when it sets, and it has a depression for a little candle. And to hold the cup down while the cement's setting, we'll put this on top.
Why don't you move the trail so she keeps stepping on it every time?
So there we go. We'll make a couple more until we run out of stuff. That's
Yeah, I
the
don't
process.
I don't think we'll all get all 10 made.
We're not. I can see that. It
It
uses
really
way
takes-
more than you think.
Yeah, it takes way more. If you remember, those 3 mushrooms took, what, 1 bag or 2 bags?
I forget.
I think it took, do you guys remember the mushrooms took, I think, 1 or 2 bags? It doesn't go very far. I think the 1 mushroom was almost a whole bag.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But we just thought this would be something that look cute to put in the yard, and the deer won't eat it. And so what do you think? Should we paint them when they're done? What you do is, when this hardens, you peel the pumpkin off. So unfortunately, they get lost in the scuffle. But you have nice pumpkins that should last a few years. And we generally use real pumpkins inside, and it's very disappointing because there's so many awesome pumpkin stands around here. If you drive 15 minutes to a half hour, there are all these neat farms and people selling all kinds of gourds and pumpkins. I think it was last year we made a reel of all the cool pumpkins at this one place, and their prices are always really reasonable. But if we put them outside, they're just a smorgasbord. And they don't even last one night. Between the groundhogs, we tried growing them, and we had fencing around it and barricades and chairs and everything. And between the groundhogs and the deer, none of them survived. They got pretty big and all, and we kept adding every night to the barricades, but that didn't stop them, did it, John?
No, they went right over it.
Went right over it, and but these pumpkins are good. I normally don't like buying plastic, but unfortunately I've seen them made with stockings, and they look really cool. You take a pair of like pantyhose and you can make the pumpkins. I was thinking later I might try them if we get inspired. I just have gotten rid of all my stockings and tights and pantyhose from when I worked. Has anybody made the stocking ones yet? With the stockings and the rope? They look really cool, and it gives you a nice mixture of them. And when I made these years ago, probably like 30 years ago, I painted the bright, like, what's it called? Not fluorescent. The bright paint that in the dark it glowed. I can't think of what that's called. What's it called when the paint that glows at night? I painted the face that when the kids were, probably 40 years ago, when the kids were young. They loved that. But at that time I didn't live in a deer-riddled neighborhood. Boy, it's getting thick already, isn't it? Or is it just...
I think it's just the resistance.
Oh, okay. Try to get them as centered as you can. But I thought they would look cute if we do this, and they wouldn't be as heavy. And it'd be better if we had bigger cups, but this is all we had.
Let's put another.
So you just got a note from the guy about the keys. So you'll have to answer that.
Cash register?
Yeah. But anyway, John's patting this down. He's trying to pat the outside so there's no air bubbles. And we'll probably paint them some sort of a more natural orange rather than the bright orange. And I was hoping to bring you guys along. If you remember, John made that skeleton last year. We have that. We have all the Martha Stewart big witches that we'll put out. We have a lot of old farm equipment that we like to put out. So last year I don't think we decorated much, did we? I don't think last year we put many decorations out, but hopefully we'll be inspired this year and get some out. And we're supposed to meet Ruth in halfway between, she's going on vacation to Cape May, and we're hoping to meet her. We picked a date and everything halfway, but we should have talked her into coming here and helping us decorate, but it's harder for her to drive, I'm sure. But we always can use some extra hands. We have so much stuff. But how many do you think you're going to get out of that bag?
3.
Oh, only 3? We'll have to order more because John said we're only going to get 3 out of it.
Thanks.
And do you want to show them some of the, well, after you do this one, we'll show them. We're going to put some stems on them, and I used to use some railroad ties, and when we Googled it, that's what a lot of people use, railroad ties. But first of all, that would add so much weight, we'd never be able to lift them. And the second thing is, we don't have any railroad ties. I just never think to buy them at the flea market. They just look like a heavy expenditure that we'd have to lug around. So typically we don't I don't think we have any, or we might have a
We
couple.
might have one.
We might have one or two someplace, but it would just make it so heavy. So we found some other things that might look kind of cool. When I went through the tools, we have stuff
Oh
that
no,
should.
they're the spikes, the railroad spikes.
Yeah, the railroad spikes. Is that what I said?
Ties.
Ties, yeah. I meant railroad spikes. We might have a couple of them in the shed, but they're behind the Christmas trees, and we didn't feel like moving stuff around to try to find them. We keep trying to organize. Since we moved here, everything has been disarray, and so we're slowly, and we can only do one area at a time, but we take stuff from one room and put it in another room, and it's a constant shifting of things and trying to get everything organized. But I was so happy that we got to the point where you could actually see carpet, and the tablecloths are somewhat organized, and like I said, we still have a couple more containers to go through. And it's like doilies and tablecloths and runners, and on that shelving, if you look, the top shelf was all table runners. So it's fun just seeing what you have that you forget, and going down memory lane and seeing my mom's stuff. We're just not getting comments in here, John. Not seeing any comments, guys. I'm sorry if you send us comments. I'm sorry I'm not seeing them. I find that very annoying. But I see tablecloths that were my grandmother's, and I think of all these stories my grandmother's girlfriend said she had since she was a young girl. She would have them for lunch, and when I was pregnant with my son, I had time that I could enjoy spending with my grandmother and her friends. So I would go to my grandmother's place, and she'd have friends for lunch, and then I would have my grandmother and her friends come to my house, and my grandmother called her one friend the sword swallower, because she said ever since they were small kids, her friend, when she cut her food, she always licked off the knife. And so my grandmother would say, she's a sword swallower. And then I was trying to think of,
Number 3.
and the one friend that my grandmother had, she was friends with the sisters. And the one friend, the sword swallower, had lost her teeth and not gotten dentures, so she was really limited on what she could eat, and it was always a problem. And so when she came, I made this chicken thing that was boiled chicken and cream cheese. I don't know whether you guys made it. And it was chopped up chicken and cream cheese and other stuff, I forget what else. And you put it in those crescent rolls, like 2 crescent rolls you press together, and you fill it. It might be butter too in that chicken. Definitely not the best for your cholesterol. But you put it in the crescent roll, the crescent rolls, 2 of them you press together, and then you put crumbs on top. And I remember she ate like 4 of them, which was equal to 8 biscuits. She said finally some food that she could eat easily without choking. But I had so much fun with them, and fun setting a nice table, and I'm going through the tablecloths now, and I look, and like some of them are my grandmother's, and I think of the luncheons that we had and the dinners on those tablecloths, both at my grandmother's house and then at my house, with the same dishes and same tablecloths. No comments, John. What if I go out and come back?
Maybe.
How do I do that? How do you want me to do that?
I think I'd only get a half a pumpkin filled.
Oh,
We're gonna give me a chance to try to help Marilyn here a second. Just like swipe up that way, and then
Okay.
swipe again.
up again?
Yeah, I think.
What?
Let's start the lower left.
I-
Lower. In the lower left corner, like where the phone is.
I can't use John's phone. I'll just try here again. See. I can't do it, hon.
Put the phone on your. Hold on, guys. Put the phone on your.
We're trying to get the comments. We're trying, guys. Oh, okay.
Maybe they'll come in now.
Yep, they did. Sandy said weather cooling off, and she loves the morning ready for fall dishes and baking. Hi, Tammy. How are you?
So
We're getting no comments here.
It's crazy. Like an 80-pound bag fills 3 pumpkins. I have some left, but if I start to put it in another pumpkin, I don't even think I'll get halfway up.
Yeah, we didn't think to bring a plastic bag to make a little mushroom. You want to just dig a little hole and put that in there, and it'll come up with dirt on it, but that's okay.
Okay.
I just hate to waste it. So we'll try making a little mushroom with it. But sorry, now see, they're not coming in again. This thing is really going to fight me. And I'm sorry if I'm not responding to your comments, guys. It's just very annoying. So John's going to try digging a little hole and put the mortar that's left and in there. You know, when we made the mushrooms before, we lined it with a plastic bag, but we don't have a bag here, so you have to make do. You have to wing it. That's the school teacher in me. You don't waste anything, and you learn to wing it. Keep everybody happy. And I'm sorry, the comments are just really fighting us today. And I know when this happens with other crafters, they get really upset. And I'm like, oh man, that's never happened to me. Well, now it's happening, John.
Frustrating.
Candy said, could you turn pumpkin face side down?
What, make a half a pumpkin that way?
I don't know. And make a half a one. But then we would lose the pumpkin. I'd rather make whole ones. Our procurer of the pumpkins, we promised them a pumpkin, so, or two. So, Krista says,
That's okay.
hi,
We'll get some more.
Yeah, everybody's projects were beautiful today. I forgot to mention that. I really had fun. I enjoy watching all the crafters, and today I was working on a project and I was using spray adhesive. And of course I got it on my hands, and then I couldn't touch my phone, and then I tried Goof Off to get it off. I couldn't find the gloves, and so I just went ahead. So normally when I'm watching, I don't make comments many times, but I'm there. I let you know I'm there, and then usually I'm just watching, and like Candy, I have to wash my hands to make a comment most of the time. I prepare my dinner, I work on projects, I fold tablecloths, keep myself busy. That's the thing here, like all these people say, oh, I'm bored, there's nothing to do. You can't be bored here, can you, John?
No, no.
And I don't know why, these stupid comments, they just want to fight us. It shows people are watching, but it doesn't show any of the comments. So I'm sorry about that, guys. And we're 4:53, so what time do you?
Yeah, pretty soon.
Pretty soon. And if you're not following us, we'd love for you to follow us. I told you Facebook took a lot of our followers away. And so if you later take a minute and check and see if you're following us, we would appreciate it. And you can just tilt your wheelbarrow now, John.
Yes.
Even if the lumps can go in there, I think they'll be okay. Brenda said just started raining there. It better not start raining here. But this has to dry too. Well, we could put plastic over it, or a tarp over it tonight, John, if we wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, and you don't even have any bolts.
What?
You don't even have any bolts,
I have one.
do you? Where is it?
It's in the garage.
Oh, okay, so you can stick that in a few minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
You think you're prepared, but then you're not. So he's just going to use that last little bit. Brenda said she's in Easton, PA. That's near Allentown, I think.
Yes.
Allentown, Easton. And it's coming our way. So we'll tarp it up. And tonight is the opening Eagles game, isn't it, John?
Yes.
And everybody's so excited, and they're having a problem with public transportation. A lot of people go there, watch the game. They use SEPTA, and they're having financial problems. But somebody bailed them out. Who bailed them, John?
I forget.
Somebody bailed them out to
Somebody
help.
paid $80,000 to have the express trains run to the
Yes.
stadium, and on the way home, the rides are free. But hey, it's 4:55, and it's time to say thanks again for Krista, and don't forget T&D. I think it's Creations, if I memorized it. I may be wrong, but it's Tina's coming up next, so stay tuned for her and don't go away. And support the rest of the crafters tonight as well. There it is. Okay, Krista, you got it. T&D. So I did remember T&D Creations with Tina. And remember, the Stand Tall is a free page, so join it. And hi, Dawn. Good to see you. Somehow the comments are on the camera phone, but not my phone. But
I see.
Cindy, we're in Burlington County in New Jersey. And again, thanks for joining us. I know there's still a few minutes left, but thank you, Krista, for inviting us along again. And support the crafters on this page. There's a bunch coming after us. See you, Tammy. Thanks for coming on. And hey, we'd like your support as well. We're trying to hit the 4,000 mark. I don't know.
Again.
We're stuck.
We're
We're stuck in a rut. I don't know what's going on with it.
And then,
Just
boop, overnight
stuck
we
in a
lost
rut.
100.
So I don't know if you can help us out. That'd be awesome. And what are we at? 450. I can't see what it says.
456.
456. So 4 more minutes. So
Sorry that we didn't
sorry I
get the
problems with the
comments.
comments. I don't know what's going on. That doesn't happen too often with us, but it happened today. And
It's so
we apologize
disappointing.
for that. Thank you, Ada. You too. I can see the comments on the
they're coming
camera
in
phone.
again.
Now they're coming in again.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
But anyway, so maybe we'll do a video or do a live when the pumpkins set, and we can do an uncovering and see how they came out. We'll figure it out. But
And
we
we
got
still have
we got
2,
3 in.
4, yeah, we have 7 more.
We have 7 more, so that means maybe I guess 2 more bags or something.
Yeah,
It was 3 for 1 bag.
3. and
Yeah,
a
so we need
mushroom
two
head.
more bags.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure that out and try to get that accomplished. But hey, you got to roll with it and try to bob and weave. Candy said she peeling all her peaches.
Oh,
All
boy,
right,
we're
that's
so
nice.
jealous.
Thanks, Dawn, for sharing. Appreciate that. And anyway, we're supposed to get rain, a little bit of rain tonight, and then a lot more rain Saturday night. So we haven't
Hopefully these will dry.
had rain for 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. But thanks for coming along. We appreciate it. We're going to get really hot and humid on Saturday.
And we've been working on the gnome cottage. We've got a lot of progress done. We still have more, but we want to wait to show you till we've really gotten control of it. But
Yeah.
you'll be surprised. It
More
looks very
additions, which is
different
cool.
from when you saw it last.
Yes, absolutely.
And
You know, Marilyn, she's always finessing.
and we
Takes
want
it
to
to the next
landscape
level.
around it, and we still have a little bit more painting and stuff to do, but we're really happy with the way it's turning out, and we can't wait to share it with you. And the mushrooms just keep looking better and better all the time.
Yeah, they really do. So
The
it's cool.
cement has aged really nicely
It has.
and just looks really cute. But it's getting cooler here. You can feel that a storm's coming up.
Yeah, we lost some humidity.
But what we'll do is those pumpkins, I guess you'll move over on the
Yeah, I can
barn
put 'em
and
on
then
the barn.
just cover the mushroom with the
Yeah.
tarp or something.
Yeah, I have a plastic cover.
Okay.
So thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. And thanks again for everybody coming. You too, Nora. Thanks so much. And don't forget to stay tuned for Tina, T&D Creations. And thanks again, Krista. We appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a very nice rest of the afternoon and evening, depending on your time frame. And again, thanks for supporting us as well. And it's almost time to skedaddle.
Yeah, so we'll keep
there
the
it is, 5
progress
o'clock.
of the room, and somewhere we'll give you a tour of our room.
All right, see you, everybody. Take care.
Bye.